Okay, now that we've created our first lesson, we now want to add some homework. So we're going to do that with an assignment. So again, we go to the top and we activate our editing, turn editing on. And in my lesson, I go to add an activity or resource. And now I want to click on assignment. Just remember, in Polish, it will be in a different space. So if I click on that, I need to find it, and it is right down at the bottom, zadanie. And I click on that. Okay, I'm just going to go back to English for this purpose. All right, so now we're going to give it a title. Assignment or homework, counting fives. And display a description. You don't have to click that for assignments because you've given it a title. But here you're going to just give a brief description of what you want to please read through the sheet and complete. Once again, you are able to extend and add a whole lot of media here. You can add a sound clip again, or a video if you want to give them some instruction. You can add a picture, or you can even add a file here. But in terms of the file that they need to do, you come back down to the bottom, and the file that they will fill in, you click on this, and I go and search for it on my system. And it is this file. I want them to listen to that, and to see that, sorry. And then we're going to upload that file, and there we go. Now what I want to do is I want to only make it available for them for a day. So they need to submit from tomorrow. So that means it will only be available from tomorrow. And the due date will be on Monday, which is the 30th. So they have some homework for the weekend, okay, of March. All right. And then I can also set a reminder for me to mark or check the paper, and that I will also set for Monday, the 30th of March. Okay, for purposes of this, well, that's what I want you to do. And then we always want to show that in the description, so we can move over to the next section. Submission types, please leave it as file submission. That you can leave as it is. Maximum submission size, leave it as it is. Accepted file types, please just either type the star, so that is shift and 8, or you can click on choose and all file types. Okay. Feedback type, we leave it as it is. Submission settings, this you would like to change. Here you're going to say students require students to click a submit button. You say yes, and for that you can say no, and attempts reopen you use never for now. Group settings, we leave that as no. Notifications, notify graders about submissions. You can say yes, because that means that you will receive an email notifying you that a submission has been made, and the default setting is like that for students as well. Now grade, here we are just going to apply a grade for this particular exercise just to give the students some feedback. In this particular exercise, there are 9 points or 9 items that they need to do, so I'm going to give them 9 points. I can give a pass of 4 or 3 or 5, up to you. For this I'm just going to say 4, and the rest I will leave. Again, we will do a full tutorial on grading at some point in the future. Common module settings, availability. For now, I want to hide it from students so that it's only available from tomorrow. Okay. ID number, I can give it an ID number, I don't need to. Group mode, there are no groups. Restricted access, you don't have to worry about. Any of these you don't have to worry about. And I can click on save and return to course. So as you can see, they both are now hidden from students and they're not able to see them. Now I'm going to move forward a day, and I'm going to just edit this quickly and make just pretend that it is Friday so that I can show you so that that is available. Okay? Remember, we want the students to be able to see this, so we have to unhide or show so that they are able to see this information. When I now click on my cog and I say turn off settings, that is what it will look like. And I can now click on homework and it will give me the instruction. Please read through the sheet. I can see the attachment there and it will tell me it's hidden from students. No, it's available. Participants, there's one student in my class. I've not seen any drafts. I've not seen any submissions. Needs grading 0 because nobody's submitted anything, and so forth. And I can view those submissions, and basically there's Joe Bloggs in my class. He's not submitted anything. I've received no comments or anything from that student at this point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on another page just so that I can show you what it looks like from the student's perspective. So when I log in as a student, immediately in my window I see that I have homework, and I can click on that homework to take me straight to that homework. But I don't want to do that for now. I want to first show you that this is my lesson. So there is my Friday lesson. I can click on that, and there is all the information for me, and I can go through that information. And then at the bottom I can click, once I've gone through everything, I can click on homework, and here is the process. It has all the information for me in Polish. I've got 3 days to set it. I can ask my teacher a question, and I can say, there we go. I'm not ready to submit it yet, so I will go out. Now as the teacher, you can go in and check every now and again to see if there's any comments. You can have a look here. You've still got participants and nobody submitted anything. And there's a comment. And you can answer the comment over here and save comment. Okay. And we go back to our course. And now the student. We're back with the student. So now the student can click on there and they see that they've left a comment, and there it is, and I can now finish, and I want to do my work. So I download the file onto my system, and I can open the file on my system. There's the file, and I can now complete it. And so forth. Two minutes. Once I've completed my sheet, I can now upload it. So I click on upload, and again I click on the blue arrow, choose file, and I want to go to my downloads, and that's the one file I want, and I can add my name. This is just for the student, sorry, it's Joe, and I can click on update, and there it is. And so I don't want to take too much time here. Do that. Now the student has the ability to edit, but in order to submit, they have to click the submit button at the end. Click on the submit button. It will ask them to make sure, yes they are, and it is now submitted. So you can see it has been submitted for grading, and the student can't make any more changes. The student will also receive an email to say that he's uploaded that, and you as the teacher will also receive an email to say that it's been uploaded. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go back to your page, and I'm just going to refresh. We go into homework, or even if I go back to the dashboard, it's going to tell me here on your timeline that you have homework in your schedule, and there's to grade, there is one paper. So one of your students have submitted something. So you click on grade, and it takes you straight into the system. Now you can download it by clicking on it, or right click and say save. You can copy it, or you can say save link as, and that will then enable you to save it anywhere on your system. Now I've saved it, and I now want to review it, and I click on it. And there it is. I can mark it with my pen in this, like that. So yes, that's correct, 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 that's correct. Oops, he made a mistake there, boom. 8 out of 9. Okay. Then I know he's got 8 out of 9, and I put in 8, and I can put in a comment, and again I have all the editing facilities. I can put a voice note or a comment, please make sure, please watch for detail, or whatever it is you want to write, whatever you want to write. Or you can put a voice note or a video like I showed you earlier. And then you can say save changes. Okay? When I now go back in and I refresh, now I can see that it has been graded. There's the grade, 8 out of 9, and there is the comment I've added. And the student will also be able to go in and see. So there they will go, and click on their homework, and it will tell them they've got 8 out of 10, and it's got a commentary. And that's how easy it is to add an assignment. Thank you very much for listening to this tutorial, and I will be setting up some more tutorials for you as we go along. Thank you. Have a nice day.